Over the years, it's been my great pleasure to interview many community members who've shown the way of how to live with the impacts of Huntington's disease. Recently, I interviewed Olli. Many of you know his aunt, Kylie, who's been a great advocate for Huntington's disease awareness. And like his aunt, he also wants to raise awareness of Huntington's disease. Please enjoy his story, and I hope that you support his event. Olli, thank you so much for being here today. It's been too long since I last saw you.
It sure has. It sure has.
And our connection is through your aunt, who I love and adore and haven't seen in a little while. So please pass on my best to her.
Of course.
The reason I'm so grateful that you're spending time with us today is because I think it's really important that the community hear what you're choosing to do in terms of raising awareness for Huntington's and why. So thank you.
Of course.
And you're looking tanned, unlike me, so I'm very jealous.
Weekend in Sydney, so yeah, loved a bit of sun.
So do you want to begin by introducing yourself to the community and your connection to Huntington's disease?
So obviously my name's Oliver Scalzo. We have such a big family connection, I suppose, to Huntington's for quite a long time. My auntie Kylie, who lives in Coffs Harbour, has Huntington's and is 55 now, so she probably has had symptoms for maybe 20 years, I suppose. And her father, my granddad Pete, was also had Huntington's as well. So but between such a long family history on one side, we've been around Huntington's and battling with and for Huntington's for quite a long time, and it holds quite a special place in our heart. So yeah.
Yeah, you have very much your personality traits from your aunt, I can see. You're very proactive. So what inspired you to raise awareness now for Huntington's disease?
Look, I think I'm at a stage where, I'm losing connection, I suppose, with Kylie a little bit. She lives in Coffs Harbour now, and I'm here in Melbourne. We lost Pete nearly 10 years ago now, and I think it's something really special for us to do, and for me to do, but even for the family to be involved with as well, is to, I suppose, honour what our family history has been, and put the respect that it deserves amongst it. But at the same time, I know there's so many families and so many other people around Australia and New Zealand and the rest of the world who have a similar connection like we do, and have had similar lives in relation to Huntington's. And I'd love for everybody to feel a bit of love and support like this, and understand what goes on with Huntington's, what the significance of the illness is, I suppose, and what we can do every day to make small differences in different ways. So that's sort of why I'm doing it.
And I think it's wonderful that you are, and I'm hoping that other people in the community can see that they can do something similar as well. But how you're doing it is a little bit inspirational. So do you want to explain to the community what you're choosing to do to raise awareness? Yeah,
so I'm going to do a 24-hour cycling, I suppose, event. So I'm going to ride around on the road for 24 hours straight.
Wow.
So it's a big challenge, but I love a challenge like that. That makes me really excited, and there's a lot that's going to come with it. But 24 hours of cycling is the way I'm choosing to do it. The more people talk about this sort of thing in relation to Huntington's, the better. I want to be spreading as much word about Huntington's as possible. Because at the end of the day, the goal of what I'm doing is to advocate for movement. Movement's such an important thing with Huntington's. It's almost like a use it or lose it kind of thing, and there's been so many studies over the years that shows that the more active you are and the more physically fit you are, it delays the onset of symptoms, and there's a lot to support that. But just the benefits of exercise for Huntington's patients or not in general is such an incredible thing, and I think that everybody should be pushing for that,
I couldn't agree more, Olli. I think you're absolutely spot on, and it has demonstrated in people's daily lives that if they are exercising or moving in any way, as you say, that it actually has such beneficial effects for them, whether it's delaying the age of onset, or delaying the severity of the symptoms, and it's also fantastic for your mental health. So I don't think everyone's going to do a 24-hour ride, Olli.
It's a bit extreme, I agree. But even if it's 24 minutes, it can have such a good benefit for everybody.
Well, you have our full support, so I'd encourage the community to watch this space.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we will keep them in contact with your journey to building up to this ride. And your building awareness, of course, isn't a fundamental part of that, and we are actually absolutely really privileged to support you in that. Absolutely. So thank you.
Great.